Chris Orr, car number 57 on pole position. Not a bad looking field. They're racing, that's a good start. The one who goes the outside, the 43 car of Rod Kidd, got very much out on the outside. 75 Bowen going around them very quickly indeed as they come down the back straight. Wayne Skipper a couple in front of him, and Bowen gets hooked up there. On the tail of the Ivan Walker machine, number 30 now switches it in back on the inside. Oh, the leader's gone. Thought he was going to take out number 57, Chris Orr. Used a very wide line to that turn. Far, meanwhile, is going out and around the field. That is the quick line already as they go down the back straight. Let's see if Far can get her out and carry it on all the way around the outside. That's where the sprint car guys like to travel, the fast ones. Wow, just a bump for the wheels. If 43 Rod Kidd on the way through. As Far now moves up to second as they move on to the back straightaway. Chris Orr is your race leader, but look at young Far getting to him in car number 9. So Colin Farr looking for the inside. Can he peg him coming off the turn? Side by side down the front straight, and there's Farr going through to take over the lead. Good drive, right out and around the outside.
Turn 3, Farr heading back towards the main straightaway. A spin, car running in third place and a spin on the top turn as well. Owen collides with the cars in trouble, but we do have caution lights on. Peter Attard slows down in the hand-painted 53 numbered car.
They come down the back straight now, and I think Far to lead them away in the number 9 Lander Toyota entry.
Yep, you're not wrong. Gets on the wick as they come off turn number 4, main straightaway. Let's just watch the style of the driver. He's not going to have too much opposition in this one. They have the green and go to the back straightaway. One of those towards the back cop the protest flag, but continues on. Far driving in centre track, gets it cocked sideways, drives hard onto the main chute. Nice line as he flashes past the start-finish line. Look behind. The others getting into trouble. 57 rejoins the race, but well out of contention now. Still moving through cautiously. I think the only word you'd have to use is car number 13.
Right away, Chris Orr has the big problem where to drive, on the trotting track or the race track. He's been off and backwards twice so far. Hasn't taken anything away from young Far, who leads them very comfortably down the back straight with Wayne Skipper in second spot and Attard is third.
Good battle back for fourth between Ivan Walker and on the inside Rod Bowen in 75. Bowen takes the 13 car out, moves up one more space and is now behind Peter Attard in 53. Off the circuit, another of the cars towards the back. It is a bit slippery up the top of the saucer. Some of them not making allowance for it in heat number 1. Far now starting to dial into a good racing line. Wayne Skipper, who's running in second, is the one who was given the protest flag for not starting in the correct position, so he'll have to front the stewards after the race.
Here he goes again. Whoa. Look at this Orr. Chris Orr in car number 57.
2 to go.
No doubt about our race leader, though. That's young Far in the Lander Toyota entry, car number 9. He comes through turn number 3.
Gotcha.
Yep, that was Ivan Walker and Rod Bowen. They're having play for keeps going down the back straight. White flag is already out, and Colin Farr has taken it as they come up into the top corner. Turn number 4 coming up now, and here comes Colin Farr. That's a superb drive from deep in the pack, and he'll take our first checkered flag of this evening. Colin Farr, your race winner. Second spot will go to Wayne Skipper in the 24 car. Getting home for third will be Peter Attard. Fourth is Ivan Walker, and fifth will be Rod Bowen. Week with 2 engines. Green at the ready. Terrific lineup, and that's what I call a good start. Okay, Nicastri now down on the outside of Bruce Hill, goes feeling looking for racing room. Gets a little wide, but he gets it straight as he comes on the back straight. Gets away very smartly indeed as they go up to the top corner, then gets wide as can be, and that allows Hill to get up on the inside of him. Not the best of moves. Now Ross was trying to dance it all over the racetrack. Bruce Hill still holds down second. And Bobby Tunk's coming up through the pack very quickly into third at this stage as they go down the back straight. Melinda Dumsney still in about a 6 spot. Skip Jackson one ahead of her. Hill leads down the front straight from Nicastri and Bobby Tunks. Tunks setting it up for a little inside pass here. But the drive of the circuit is on the outside. Some of the guys not making full use of just how tacky those turns are. One getting out into no man's land trying to catch it as they come onto the front straight. And does. That's John Shaw in the 66 car. Melinda unable to do anything about that.
Bruce Hill remains in front, but Nicastri has managed to bridge that gap now and is threatening once more as they hit the home straightaway. Also keeping both front runners honest is car 54. Bobby Tunks looking for an inside pass on Nicastri. Nicastri will now have to go on with the job unless he wants to be threatened by the 54 car. Which way will he attack the Bruce Hill yellow machine? He's looking for a way around the outside. They're at the halfway distance, blocking the circuit, the 14 car, making it a bit hairy for the front runners. Back straightaway, Hill's got a little more breathing space. Nicastri now has to fight off a late challenge coming from Bob Tunks in 54. About equally distance between first three front runners as they hit the main straightaway. Bruce Hill doing a reasonable job, and now it's Tunks telling Nicastri to get on with it. As they go to the back straightaway, Nicastri started well. Once more he moves away from Tunks, but he just can't get a line on the front-running number 11 car.
Well, I think Ross Nicastri's big problem is handling. He's fine in a straight line, then he gets down into this turn, and then all of a sudden the car wobbles, tries to go from the inside to the outside. It bucks and jumps going down the back straight. But I'll tell you what, he's got some horsepower on that little dude as well. Now he carts it up high. Tunks tries to close it up on the inside. They're already coming up on Craig Morrison to put a lap on him. So the two back markers about to feel the wrath here of Bruce Hill as he comes down the back straight. They all hit reverse and stop. Oh, there's a nice old carve up going on there, and there's one guy that got absolutely afeared, and he's gone for the opening in the white fence, and you don't blame him. Bruce Hill still in front, leads from Ross Nicastri. Craig Morrison tries the trotting track halfway down the back straightaway. And Bruce Hill coming out of turn number 4. He's in pretty good shape, and he will take the checkered flag. Hill gets there first, Nicastri in for second, Tunks is third, Skip Jackson is fourth, John Shaw is fifth, and Melinda Dumsney finishes back there in sixth place just ahead of Hillman. All depends how hard he guns it and how straight the car is at the time. Okay, we have him in position. We should get a green flag next time around. .43, Rod Kidd and Bruce Hill getting the best of the draw here tonight too. Okay, that's a good looking lineup. Deary me. I think Barry blotted the copybook. Okay, they head out with car number 43 leading Kidd down the back straight. Wayne Skipper jumping into second spot, but the amber lights come on for the obvious reason. They had them all sitting nice and tight coming out of there, and our pole man, Rod Kidd, gave it the almighty jump, and he's just been given the flag to say do that one more time, and you're going to have 11 cars in front of you for the third time. It was almost a perfect start that time. They were line abreast as they came through turn 3, and we're just about to exit 4. So Wayne Skipper up on the tail of your pole man, Rod Kidd, Bruce Hill on the outside of the front row, and John Shaw on the outside of the second. Melinda Dumsney, car number 1, starts out of row 3 on the outside, position 6. Almost green flag time. Good starting lineup. Yes, sir. And there goes Kidd down the inside, but Bruce Hill goes the outside into turn number 1. He gets away the best of it. John Shaw starts out and around, and look at Melinda Dumsney getting into it too. She's right in the thick of it. Here's Ivan Walker. Keep an eye on him in the 13 car. The car dances around here on the back wheel. Now he heads down the front straightaway into the bottom turn with Rod Bowen up on the outside. 27 in a spot of bother at the tail of the pack. But the leader's about to be under just a little bit of pressure here. The two guys who started from the front row are banging and bumping as they come down the front straight. Look at John Shaw running third. He's on a wing and more of a prayer because that little gizmo's just come loose from the roof. Okay, Shaw will be going back to the pits. Watch Ivan Walker again in the 13 car as he comes down the front straight. No, he's sitting right on the draft there. He couldn't do anything. If he can get an open track in front of him, you'll see it pick up the front. But we already have John Shaw stranded over, couldn't make it back into the pits. And I think we'll allow him that indiscretion. Quite simply, he couldn't see where he was going. So John Shaw for the restart. Hill's there. Look at Bowen down the inside. Hill came down the racetrack. Bowen couldn't do much about it, but look at the way Bowen's front end is just jumping across the racetrack. Oh, Rod puts his nose in there. Starting out around the outside was the man who was on the front line. Oh, this is going to be heavy stuff. Into the bottom corner, and Hill wins that jump. Starting out and around Hill. Gee, I hope Rod Kidd hasn't got the throttle jammed open, because he hasn't buttoned it off once. Good night, Rod! Well, dearie me, that was very much on the cards. He went straight around the outside and never backed it off. I think Rod's quite okay. Just clipped the tyre wall down there. Watch the acceleration now. Now they can get on the green as soon as the light comes on. Anywhere from there. As soon as the leader wants to go, they all go. Look at Skip Jackson on the outside. He might get the lot of them here. No, he got the leader straight back in his comics as they go to the bottom corner. Look for Ivan Walker as well. He starts out around the outside. There goes Walker on the back chute, and Skip Jackson trying to go with him. Jackson looks to the outside as Ivan Walker goes high. He can't do much about it. Skip Jackson goes straight off the racetrack, recovers nicely. There goes Walker. Out and around the outside, and car number 13. Rod Bowen is your race leader in the 75 car. Walker almost off the ragged edge as he picks it up again down the front straight. Race leader, car number 88, that's Bruce Hill. Bruce is under a little bit of pressure here from Wayne Skipper, and they're zigging and zagging at the moment. At this time, our race leader decides to hold it down. A couple of ruts developing off the fourth turn there, and I don't think the wind would have done much to have helped them. That's probably dried them well and truly out. But Rod Bowen leads down the back straight. Ivan Walker getting a little closer. Now, oh, Walker almost baubled it completely. Can he keep it out of harm's way? He gets it back on the race.
There goes another one.
Wayne Skipper. Yes, he's caught it. Now, that is very quickly becoming a very, very spectacular corner. Now, look at Walker again. Ah, yes. He runs mid-track as Bowen comes down the inside with a lap to go. Walker runs back there in second. Bruce Hill is third, followed by Skip Jackson, then Wayne Skipper. Down the back straight, though, Rod Bowen arrives behind his second car, the one he sold earlier, so he's not going to frighten the driver in that one. But he'll come across to take the checkered flag and the flagman. Second spot will go to Ivan Walker. Third will go to Bruce Hill, and fourth will go to Skip Jackson.
Coming off the top turn. Are we set for a start? Indeed we are. Good even break for the early lead. 57 grabs it. Chris Orr is the driver as they go to the back straight away. It's crowded. Castry almost took Attard out. Attard slips into second spot. Doesn't know how lucky he was. Now he's battling for the lead. Banging wheels on the inside as they hit the straightaway. The 53 car, hand numbered, leads the field to turn number 2. 57 Chris Orr in second spot. Way out onto the top of the track goes Far in car number 9. In third place is Ross de Castry, 2-week-old number 11 car. They head off turn 4 back to the main straightaway. Everyone trying to avoid the top section of turn number 3. It's claiming some victims for those who are careless. 41 dives to the inside of Colin Farr to pick up one more spot. Darryl Grimson, the driver, still learning the ropes, having transferred from the tin tops. Back towards the main straightaway, bunking Broncos tonight as they hit the top part of the track where there are a few ruts. The race leader remains Peter Attard in car number 53. Oh, gotcha! No, he didn't. Ross de Castry bouncing across the track to almost claim the car ahead of him. And coming from behind in car number 9 is Colin Farr, using the high line but using it very cautiously. Attard goes down the back straightaway. 57 now under siege on the inside by Nicastri. 57 being driven by Chris Orr. Coming out of the clouds now is number 9, Farr. Colin Farr in car number 9, looking for a way through with 5 laps to go. Race leader continues to be Peter Attard in 53. Orr in second spot in 57. Here comes Nicastri. And notice how car number 9, Colin Farr, is closing in on Nicastri, who's just managed to get past 57. Main straightaway, Attard back on the circuit, coming up to lap 2 cars. They're taking him very high. Loses ground. Nicastri comfortably in second. Cars starting to spread out across the circuit. Most interest in the race now sees for third place, held on to by 57, and the one who could challenge, if he can get past a slower car, is Colin Farr in number 9.
I don't think he can do too much about it, Steve. The race leader, Peter Attard, has certainly bolted. He's coming up and putting a lap on these slower cars in about 3. Ross Nicastri has his hands full at the moment, trying to get past one of these slower cars. I think that's Ray Warner in car number 73 as they go to the bottom corner. Orr is your next place driver, then followed by young Farr in number 9. Attard having all the strife in the world getting past, I think it was Jamie Little in 69 as he takes the white flag. I don't think that's going to alter too much. Colin Farr gets down the inside of Orr and almost feeds him a wheel, unfortunately. That wasn't intentional. But the fourth turn, the checkered flag at the ready, and the win will go to Peter Attard. Peter will get home first. Second will go to Ross Nicastri. And third will go to Colin Farr in car number 9.